We got some good news for us Carolina Panthers fans. Whoever's a Panthers fan out there, I just feel alone. Um, the New York Jets traded quarterback Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers for three draft picks, and these three draft picks are this year's sixth round pick, a 2022 second and fourth round pick. And the source for this was Rich Kamini, who was an ESPN staff writer. So, Mario, I'm going to start off with this first because this is my team. It's not even up for debate. Just kidding, I'm messing with you. But look, best of luck to Sam Darnold. Welcome to Carolina. I'm glad to have you here. Honestly, this is the best case scenario for Sam Darnold. When he first came into the league, he's one of the more talented quarterbacks in the league, and obviously he didn't get a chance to prove that because look at what the team he played for, the New York Jets, the New York Jets, the New York Jets. Do I even need to say anything else? The New York Jets. What are you gonna prove in New York? What is it exactly you're gonna prove with the Jets? You didn't have a lot to prove because the team sucks. I'm sorry to you fans out there to break your hearts like that, but your team sucks. I'm sorry. But look, I felt bad for Sam Darnold. I really did. None of that was his fault. Adam Gase is just a really terrible coach and doesn't know how to build a team. But now that he's gone and now Sam Darnold's with Carolina, he actually has a chance to what do you call it? He actually has a chance to put his talent on display. And I want to and to be honest, a lot of people laughing at the Carolina Panthers, but a lot of people don't understand how talented this guy is. I know this guy was seeing ghosts on the field at MetLife. I get that. All right, I see ghosts around my damn house. What you gotta say? But look, and fun fact, actually, MetLife Stadium is actually built right next to a cemetery, or what used to be the grounds of the cemetery anyway. So fun fact, he could have actually been seeing a ghost. But look, all jokes aside, yeah, look, a lot of people disregard Sam Darnold because of the team he played for. It's simple as that. It's the same thing we are talking about with Justin Simmons when he re-signed with the Broncos. A lot of people don't talk about it because of the team he plays for. Denver Broncos are another team that suck too. Sorry, but it's true. But look, Sam Darnold now has a chance to prove that he is this talented quarterback that we all said he was going to be. And every player develops differently. Some players it takes a few years, and then after those few years they take off. That's what can happen to Sam Darnold. I mean, look at what happened to Ryan Tannehill in those few years we was in Miami. He was terrible. Then he goes to Tennessee and he turns it around and he becomes their franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? So Sam Darnold has a chance to do that. Now, there's one thing in particular I want to mention. Teddy Bridgewater. What happens now? Does he just go? We gave him a 3-year, $63 million contract last season. Now what happens? That's my question with Carolina. You gonna trade him or you gonna keep him? Because one of those guys is gonna start. One of those guys has to start. And they're gonna in the same situation down in New Orleans with Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. One of those guys has to battle for that starting position. So decision, Carolina. Or you could, or actually, you know what? Scott Fitterer was even talking about how he's still willing to draft a quarterback. Now, obviously, the guy I want Justin Fields. I would love that guy in a Carolina Panthers uniform. Him or Trey Lance. That would be a really cool fit. But um, anyway, it's not about those two. It's about Sam Donald. Yeah, I'm personally I'm excited to see what he has to offer. I think now he has a chance. You got Christian McCaffrey, you got Robbie Anderson, who was his former teammate in New York, by the way. And then you got DJ Moore. Both of them, all three of those guys. Oh, actually, no, Christian McCaffrey was injured last year, but what do you call it? Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore had a thousand scrimmage yards last year. So then they're actually a really underrated wide receiver duo. And Curtis Samuel's out of Carolina, obviously, so that's going to be a big hit for us. But yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's got relatively decent weapons to work with, and I'm very excited to see what he has to offer for us here in Carolina. So with that being said, best of luck to Sam Darnold here in Carolina. Welcome to the black and blue residue. You already know how it be. You know the vibes. You feel me? Welcome to Carolina, and I hope you can provide for us. And I'll pass on to you now, Mario.
Well, before I say anything, I just want to say, best of luck to Sam Darnold in Carolina. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nate. Okay, I think Carolina screwed this trade up. I think they did, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, the QB situation part of your team, it's a whole big mess right now.
Yeah, it really
Between whether
is.
Sam Darnold's going to start or Teddy Bridgewater. My question is this, okay? The Panthers gave up a second round pick, a fourth round pick of 2022, and then this year's sixth round pick, right?
Yeah,
You
and
gave
then
up
that
three
second round
picks.
pick was next year's as well.
Right. That's what I said. Second round pick
Okay,
and a
yeah,
fourth round pick, and then sixth round pick this year. That's what they did. So
yeah,
you give up three picks, right? Picks, I think picks are pretty valuable in the NFL. So they give up three picks for Sam Darnold. Okay, that's not my problem. My problem is this. Okay, those three picks, I think it shows that the Panthers might want to invest in Sam Darnold for the future. Right.
right.
That's what those three picks show me. The fact that you still have Teddy Bridgewater on your team, and like you said, he was signed to a 3-year contract, right?
Yeah, yeah. We
Why
signed
not just
with
trade Teddy Bridgewater off?
what's up?
Why not just trade Teddy Bridgewater off with that?
I think that's what's gonna happen because I was just reading a report that they're letting him talk with other teams for a
No,
trade.
I get that. My question is, why not put him in that trade? Send Teddy to the Jets.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah,
It's so complicated right now, and the fact that they're even talking about getting a quarterback in this draft, at that point, what do you need it for?
just makes it even more complicated.
It's such a complicated situation. Personally, what I would have did is I'm like, look, I want Sam Darnold. I'm willing to give you Teddy Bridgewater, these 3-round picks, and not only that, I think the Panthers could have got another pick out of that too, if they would have put Teddy Bridgewater in, maybe fourth or fifth round pick or whatever. That could
At
have
that
worked.
point, if they do that, you don't even have to give up three picks because you're giving up a valuable quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater.
Right. No, exactly. And they could have got, I felt like they could have got a little bit more if they were to put Teddy Bridgewater in that trade package. Now, obviously, Teddy's talking with a bunch of other teams and they might end up trading Teddy off, or maybe they're looking at somebody else, that they could possibly get in a trade package for Teddy. Possibly. I'm not sure. I think, but personally, well, Teddy was already with the Jets, I think. I believe he was with the Jets for like a preseason, I think.
I don't. I can't remember.
I gotta look it up. I swear I remember him in that. I think that's the place he went to right after. That was the place he went to right after the Minnesota Vikings. I think. I'm pretty sure. I gotta look it up. Yeah. See.
Oh, oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I knew I remembered it because that's the place he went to right after. I was happy that he got signed to that team. I would have brought him back to the Jets, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, best of luck to Teddy as well. But going back to Sam Darnold has been one of those types of players that shows flashes of greatness, but just can't get it, but just can't get over. He just can't reach his full potential. That's what I feel like Sam Darnold wasn't. And is that all his fault? No, he was on the New York Jets. The New York Jets weren't giving him any favors. They didn't have a lot of options. I think his best wide receiver in that whole time was Robbie Anderson. Which he is obviously reuniting with in Carolina. So it is very possible that Sam Darnold can revamp his career, revive his career and turn into the quarterback that everybody expected him to be. That can definitely happen. One problem I have with Sam Darnold, Nate. One problem I have, he's got to stop those interceptions, man. Those interceptions are really costing him. He in his 3 years in the league, he's had more than 10 picks every single year. You can't be doing that. His first year he had 9 TDs with 11 picks. His second year he had. I'm gonna go back to his stats. His second year he had 19 TDs, 13 interceptions. His third season he had 17 TDs, 15 interceptions. He has 45 TDs and 39 picks with a 78.6 passer rating. That's not gonna cut it, Nate. That's just not. It's not gonna cut it in this league. So now Sam Darnold, he has a lot more targets now. He has DJ Moore. He has Robbie Anderson. He has Christian McCaffrey. Um, I don't know who's your tight end.
Uh, honestly, I don't remember. Oh, I'll look him up.
Damn, Nate, good fan
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
I didn't. I don't remember to be honest. Well, let's see.
Why are you looking that up? He's got better targets in Carolina. He has better targets. So it's possible Sam Darnold could have a career year, and it could just get bigger from then it can get as big as it can get bigger from there. But Sam Darnold
Dan
has
Arnold, that's who it is. Cause what do you call? We signed Dan Arnold during the
Dan Arnold.
and we signed Dan Arnold from the Cardinals, and then we signed David Moore from the Seahawks. So he definitely has a lot better
Yeah,
weapons to work
he's
with.
got better options. So with that being said, he can't have a career there this year, career year, and he can just get better, and it can get better from there. But the one thing Sam Darnold has to do is go into that is reach that potential that we know Sam Darnold has. Okay, we know how good Sam Darnold could be as a quarterback if you put him in the right situation. We've seen how good he was at USC. Now it's time for you to go in to reach that potential and actually become a good quarterback. Because the draft class he was in, Nate, let me tell you something. When you're in a draft class with Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, you're already behind. Okay, those guys have went to playoff games. Those guys have reached has reached individual accolades. You know, whether it's being well, not individual accolades, but obviously Baker Mayfield was a runner up for the rookie of the year that year. Josh Allen this year was one game away from reaching the playoffs. I'm sorry, not the playoffs, the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson was an MVP, was a regular season MVP. So you have not, he hasn't accomplished nearly as much as they have in those 3 years. So it's up for Sam Darnold. Now he's on a decent team that has potential to become a very good team. Now it's up for him to catch up to those guys. So with that being said, I wish Sam Darnold the best of luck in Carolina. It's a guy who I've always seen play, and I always knew there was just a little bit more to him. He just never ever like reaches into that potential and actually becomes the quarterback that we expected him to be. So with that being said, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope that he can turn to that quarterback in Carolina.